Yo, y'all don't know this is. It's your boy Q5 BigSmoke, and I want to welcome y'all to this episode right here. Q5, a conversation with a stranger. I want to welcome y'all to Talk Big Podcast, a conversation with a stranger, and we here with the lovely.
I'm just a nigga with a dream.
Super Smurf.
And look, yo, Super Smurf is a stranger. I don't know her, she don't know me. We about to carry on some conversations. We about to have some intellectual conversations. And me and y'all know me, I'm a turned up guy, so we gonna turn it up. And look, yo, Super Smurf, what's cracking like it?
I'm not looking for no peace.
Nothing. The sun.
That's what's up, but that's what's up. Hey, look, previously, before we got started, we were having a brief conversation about having the best guy in the world. You know what I'm saying? You was telling me that your guy is the best guy in the world in the relationships that y'all have, and it's a good relationship and a reciprocity. You know?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
For sure. I do have the best guy in the world. Because it takes two. Like what I told you before, you have to play sometimes the fiddle, sometimes you got to be lead vocals, sometimes you got to sit in the crowd, sometimes you got to be frontliner. You know, it's a give, not a take.
So I take it
sure.
that he would assumably say that you are the best woman in the world.
He better. If not, he can start building his
Yeah, I feel you there. So you got your super.
I'm very.
And let me ask you this. Everybody that know me know that I like to turn things up a little bit. You ever willing to put your dude to the test? The loyalty test.
No.
I always, hey, look, I'm gonna give you some real life.
No.
Hey, look.
Loyalty.
No. Check this out. Hey, look. I'm gonna give you this game. You gotta put your dude through a loyalty test. Why? Because everybody think their significant other is loyal. Everybody's going to assume that, and everybody's going to think that, but that may not be the actual and factuals of each individual situation. Meaning, like, I'll give you an example. You may got a cousin or a friend that you know he don't know. You know he don't know. You and your cousin, you and your friend, y'all go sit down and y'all talk it out. Hey, I got to put my boy through a loyalty test before I can give my all to it. Because if you're coming out of a relationship that you've been in for a long time and you've been engaged and then you disengage, you know the pain of invested time. And now that invested time has been severed, and that's a lot of emotional pain within a human being. So before you go to like next level and saying, oh, this is the one, is the ultimate guy, he's the super guy, you got to test him first. Everything cannot be proven unless tested. So meaning, like I said, get one of your fine cousins, get one of your fine home girls, you know he don't know, and send him that way and see what's up with her. Tell her put the moves on him, tell her holler at him, and tell her go as far as you can go that you are comfortable with, and see how the guy responds. That's how you're going to know loyalty test. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, Q5. You remember I'm a stranger, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I got married at 16 years old. I've had 4 failed divorces. Every single one has ended up in cheating, meth, physical and mental abuse. Straight up. I don't give up. I will not give up. And I am a woman of faith with a mustard seed. And I know, yes, the pain all too well. Very, very close. But at the same time, there's no test that will prove loyalty except for time.
Nah.
Okay? So hear me. Time. A person's true actions always shines. Time. So what I've learned, right, in my relationships and my past is it's always good at first. Everybody knows that. But wait about 1.5 years, 2 years. Normally within the first 2 years, a person will review truly who that person is within the first 2 years. So yeah, you tread water, right, like a wave, and you feel the temperature, and you watch the waves, you study the wave pattern. You don't just dive into the ocean, right? You got to study it. You got to pay attention, and you got to make it feel right, and you just got to be patient, right? So, but remember that while you're doing that, you have to heal from your past, number one.
100.
You never carry past burdens from your past into your future, ever. You have to heal, and you have to allow God to heal it. And why I say that, TikTok, no, I'm not filtered, like I said before. People don't like it, I don't care. But the only pain or the only person that I could allow to heal me after what I went through was God himself. And when I figured out that no matter what they did to him, right? They blasphemed him, they cheated on him, they killed him, they did all this stuff, and yet he was still of compassion and love. And I always remind myself of that. So no matter the triumphs that you go through in life, you got to let it heal you. Because listen, where healing is growth. Where growth is success.
100%.
Feel me?
I totally 100% agree. Hey, listen, but I'm just saying, there's accelerated process. If you're willing to wait a year to find out if somebody's loyal, I mean, you can do the slow and steady, wins the race, then he might become loyal because you don't know. But I'm just saying, but you can test the theory because this is how it is. Like, if I'm a guy, right, and I got that guy with me that you love so, so much, I'm a guy that I like the company of women, right? So I may seem very flirtatious, and I may seem as if I'm want the women, but I don't actually want to engage with a woman sexually like that. I just flirtatious, like to make people smile, make people laugh, type energy, you know what I'm saying? But not trying to have sex with everybody I make smile, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, my nature seems flirtatious, but that's all it is, just good energy and making people laugh and making people smile and all that stuff. So this is what I do.
You need a partner that's acceptable to that, right?
Huh?
To be able to be on the same page, you would need a partner that's acceptable to that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like,
and see what it is.
Girl, because that wouldn't work, right? You would have to be someone that's
because of the flirtatious nature, right? Meaning that sometimes I say complimentary things to make a woman smile, but that don't mean that I'm trying to holler at you, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's how this is my nature. I like to make a woman smile because I like to see a pretty smile, back because I'm going to smile at you. You know what I'm saying? So some women get the wrong vibes and then they want to holler, but I ain't trying to holler. You know what I'm talking about? Like, no, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. Like on that same level, some of these girls be having dudes. I mean, I ain't trying to brush the dirt off my own shoulder or pop my own collar, but a lot of women be having dudes and they be trying to holler. And I'm like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, these dudes don't know. They don't know that their girl out there like that. So I'd be like, whoa, shit. The girls don't know that their dude will fail the loyalty test too. You know what I'm saying? So I just like to give game, you know what I'm saying, to a total stranger. I'm just saying that because if you coming off of a heartbreak, don't waste time for a heartbreak. Just see. It ain't going to hurt to check. It ain't going to hurt to check. If you pass that loyalty test of a beautiful woman.
They do. Sometimes people need that heartbreak. They need that lesson. They need sometimes to break themselves to understand why they're going through that storm, right? Because it's all about personal growth at the end of the day. So if you avoid personal growth, then what are you gaining?
No, not the growth part. I'm just saying if you got a partner and you want to test to see the loyalty test and you just send somebody beautiful his way, either he's going to pass or he's going to fail. If he passed and he knows like, oh, my friend is gorgeous and he turned this down, okay, now I can go in head first. You see what I'm saying? Now I can dive all the way in because I know this one here loyal. But then if he failed the test, then you be like, oh, I'm glad I learned this out now. You know what I'm saying? Because when guys out, they don't behave the same way when they with you. Your guy would not ever behave the same way with you. No matter how you think he is a total different person when he's with somebody else, with his guy friends.
Facts. That is facts. 98% of guys are that way. But also God designed guys to be attracted to women. And it's all about self-control, right? So
I'm saying, test it out.
Long. That's fine, but how many text messages could be misread? How many conversations are misunderstood? Just like you said, you're like, yeah, you would probably fail a loyalty test if somebody tried that on you just because of your personality. Like you may be like, babe, I didn't mean it like that. That's not how it was.
No,
Oh, but you did a loyalty test.
not like that. I was
You know?
sharing my personality to show you that other women been failing the loyalty test. Like I got a flirtatious nature, so some women be like married, and then all of a sudden they take my flirtation as me trying to talk to them. So then they start trying to holler at your boy. But that was never my intent. I'm just being, saying, hey.
Married couples don't even abide by the old marriage laws.
Yeah, that's true. Everything different now these days.
It's the highest it's ever been. You know why? Because people have options. It's easier because social media makes options for people. And
Yeah.
instead of them dealing with, they're not taught problem skills and working through things and standing by your side. They're taught, filter this out of my life, filter this into my life. Whatever. I have options. I have this, or I can go get on this social media, or I don't like this guy. I'm getting on Tinder, because that's how people are. They don't want to work through it. They're self-entitled, They don't know how to humble themselves and just accept it is what it is, So even if my man wasn't loyal, okay, does that affect my character or his?
His character don't matter.
I would be
His character don't matter.
So like the love that I give is workable through anything.
His character,
because everybody falls. It doesn't matter if he's falling short by not folding the laundry, or falling short by cheating, or falling short by not making it home in time to eat dinner with me. Everybody falls short. It's all about what you work through and how you work through it and the respect that you give and take, period. Now, am I okay with it? No, that would hurt. But at the same time, I'm willing to work through things because I have the problem skills and the skill set to be able to stick with somebody and work through things, not just an option.
I got you, but I got you, but in this regards, his character does not matter. The only thing that matters is what character are you? What characteristics are you willing to accept? You see what I'm saying? Because this conversation is about, me and you, a conversation with a stranger. So I'm talking to you. I'm saying put the guy through the test. So if you put it through the test, you get to reveal you get to see characteristics that you may never see. You might see an extreme loyal guy. This guy might push this beautiful woman off and be like, nah, I got a beautiful woman at home and I love her and everything. And you may see that. And he don't know that all this is a test. He don't even know none of this. So you be like, you know what? I'm going to marry this dude. You know what I'm talking about? Now you can go dive in the ocean with him.
I don't know. We could be together for 7 years before I even think about that.
I got you. I feel you on that aspect. But you know what I'm saying?
I'm patient.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? So here's the deal. Even if you did a loyalty test and even if you are married, nobody really knows your partner. And I talk about this all the time on my lives. My normal followers have seen it. You can be married to somebody 30 years and you may think that you know them or you know an idea of who they are, but you will never know your partner 120%. Every thought, every conversation, everything you will never know.
That's true.
You only will know a certain point of that person, right? So what's a loyalty test going to do at the end of the day? Nothing. Ain't gonna do nothing.
No, I feel you. Look, I live my life in such a mannerism that I just choose to be free. I'm not focused on relationship at this present moment of my life. I'm focused on money. You know what I'm talking about? It's just a whole different ball game for me. I've done focus on relationship for a good portion of my life and it didn't work out, right? But in focusing on relationship, it never allowed me to really chase money the way that I really could. So now that I'm free and I say, okay, I've did in relationships, I've enjoyed the company now, but now I'm a single man now. I enjoy this freedom. I enjoy no arguing. I enjoy going and coming as I please. I enjoy the company of whomever I please without no type of friction or have to answer to no one or ask some and make sure it's cool with someone to have this type of company. Yeah, this woman is very attractive, but this is all professionalism. So don't be getting on none of, so I don't have to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just me communicating and enjoying communication with other human beings.
It took me a long time to find it. So I don't have to do none of that now either. And that's why we work so well together. It's pretty cool.
That's what's up when you can get when you find that partner.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's pretty it trips me out because I'm not used to it. You know what I mean? Like I'm used to like the total opposite of control and jealousy and insecurities and narcissism and crazy nonsense. So when you get the other side, you're just like,
whoa.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's always good at first. You're waiting. But at the same time, like I roll with God and the only test that I need is God's test.
That part.
And whatever that may be, a lesson or a blessing. That's
part.
It. It's only it can go.
That part. Everything a part of the Most High test is a blessing. Ain't no smalls, ain't no valleys, it's all hills. Everything is an uphill climb, and as you climb that hill, you get a broader view and you get to see a better picture the higher you go.
Hey, Q5, listen. Sometimes those hills, they have holes. Sometimes those hills have waterfalls. Sometimes those hills, you can't see a way how you're going to get it. You just got to trust the process, you know?
Sometimes the trail be booby trapped.
Right. Facts. And you're like, dang, I didn't think that was going to be there, you know? But that's what makes life. You know, I don't chase money. I will never chase a dollar bill in my life. Mark my word, I'm very simple. I enjoy my life like that. You know, I've never been one to chase a dollar bill ever. I enjoy little moments in life. It's important. Second thing is I teach my kids skill set on meaningful relationships. So when you have a meaningful relationship, whether it's a relationship, a job, whatever, you learn to appreciate it and have the proper skills to be successful in whatever you choose. Without a proper, meaningful relationship, you will never have a meaningful client. You will always have numbers. That's all it will ever be. If you want to have a real business and a real successful time, you have to have, you know, those skill sets for a meaning relationship, a client-based, home-based, church-based, I mean, whatever it may be. And with that, I have taught my 19-year-old. She bought a house, 19 years old, bought her own car, just got engaged, is doing big things with her life, and is a real estate agent at 19.
That's what's
in today's society, being a single mom, I bawled my eyes out because that was a lot of work and a lot of hardships that we faced. Now I look back and I'm just like, wow, you know, I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That never can be bought.
And it's the
adversity if you have a leadership skill set, you cannot go wrong, and no matter what you choose to do with it. Period.
I feel you. Networking, socializing. You know, this what I always tell people too. In the process of vetting people and understanding socialization process, this what I do. When I communicate with people, especially strangers or family members, actually, I categorize everybody. When I meet people and I immediately listen how they speak and how they talk, and I categorize them as a pessimistic person, an optimistic person, or a neutral person. And anybody that's pessimistic, I don't need them in my life at this present point. Anybody that's optimistic, I'm more optimistic in these days of time, so I'm willing to hear what people got to say that are optimistic because they're going to build upon good ideas and great social constructs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But a pessimistic person is all they want to do is rah, 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 and tear down and have all this negativity and, you know what I mean, have negative conversations, you know what I mean? So then you got your neutrals who don't lean one way or the other. They just kind of like perfectly in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So when I come across people, I always label them real quick, you know, so because I don't like to deal with a pessimistic mindset because I grew up around people that were very pessimistic, fears about everything. You know, oh, you can't do this. Oh, you should. I mean, just fearful, very fearful in their heart about so many things. And I don't even think to this day they realize how fearful they are in many aspects. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I hear
Right.
people like want to build, hey, how can we network? Let's do this. Let's build this business together. How can we build this social network together? When I hear people talking in positive aspects or somebody just speaking wisdom, knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Giving out
Right.
constructive energy for the human spirit, for the human soul. You know what I'm saying? That right there would draw me. I like to mess with those type of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what my lives are. You know, my lives are the good, solid, concrete foundation from my personal experience. If I can give it to somebody and help them, why not? My rule is I've never met a stranger in my life. Ever. Everybody's got a heart. Everybody has feelings. I may not agree. I may not sit them close to my circle, but every single person can take a piece of knowledge and grow from it.
Indeed.
Period.
Indeed.
So you can't let people drain you, you know? And at the same time, you got to make sure that your heart and your mind's right just as well.
All right,
You
now
know?
check this out. Since we strangers, I'm gonna ask you a question. What's the most
Okay.
profound thing that you have ever done in your life? When I say profound, meaning the one thing when you leave, ain't got nothing to do about what nobody else perceives, what nobody else thinks, remembers, nothing. Only you. When you leave, if you leaving this realm and you exiting, and this is the last thought that you get to catch, what is the most profound thing that you think you have done on this realm, on this earth?
My legacy that I have left to my kids would be no matter what you endure in life, you'll always overcome it, and everything in this world is temporary. So make it count while you're here.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Mine, my profoundness is may be considered selfish, but I realize that selfish is the way to go. That's the whole design for the game. The whole game is all about self. Self, 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 self. Because one thing I realize, right? My kids are external to me. My kids, I love them with my whole heart, but they are external to me. Like I give you an example. When I wake up in the morning, if somebody is next to me, I still wake up to me before I even realize the next person is next to me. Self. If nobody's next to me, I wake up to self. When my thoughts get going and I start battling emotions, if I feel sad, I trigger that from within myself. So if I feel happy, I triggered the happy emotion. No external force can alter me or my emotions. Like they may say something, and if I get mad,
Hey, they do though. They do though. Like
oh no,
when you wake up.
no. Listen, for you, maybe. I'm speaking for self. That's why I said my most profound thing that I've ever experienced is self. Like I give you an example. I've had moments when somebody say this to me and I triggered that emotion from within. That person can't go in my body and make that emotion go like that. Then I had emotions where the same person say the same thing and I'm like, or with a big smile or laugh it off or something like that. I'm like, oh, I controlled the emotion. The same thing was said in the same mannerism, but I controlled it. So I realized that everything constantly in this realm is me experiencing me. Like there are external sources, there are external factors that doing everything stimulus and a response. But just because something stimulate me one way does not mean I have to respond one way. So I'm experiencing me responding. So like when I responded the bad way, I experienced me like, run. Oh, I don't like this energy. This don't feel good. And then I respond the good way. I experienced me responding calmly and mellow and, oh, it's not that serious. You know, oh, well, just let it go. You know, and I feel exuberant inside. So I was like, oh, both experiences was me still experiencing me. Everything about this whole entire realm, no matter what external, if you touch my skin right now, I'm not experiencing you touching me because past my hand, I can't feel nothing past my hand. Like right now, there's nothing touching me. So when you touch me, I'm still experiencing me. The outer skin, I'm experiencing that. I'm not experiencing you, still only me. My perception of everything. So I was like, whoa, that's the most profound thing I've discovered since I've been here is me. Because I found me. That's me. That's just my discovery.
It's true, but you have to also remember that your body is made up of water and energy, and your brain waves and your chemical waves go off of vibrations.
Hey, now you get to go into a conversation with a stranger with Q5 BigSmoke because I transcend beyond this right here. Now if you want to get into the intellectual part of who I am, now we can definitely go there because I definitely transcend beyond this right here because I know what this creation is. I know what the purpose of why we even here in the first place. For one, to experience us. No matter what, everybody, why are we here? Why are we here? Oh, it's not to raise kids. It's not to do this, not to do that. All of the things stimulus our outer experiences is just to experience yourself. Like, who am I really? We probably ask the question on the other side, like, who am I really? What am I really about? Oh, I'm just come inside this game. You're going to find out who you really are. Come inside this game. If you think you're the most emotional tact creature in this world, in the other world, come inside here. You're going to find out how emotionally attacked you really are because this game is going to put you through things to see. Like right now, I see your spirit through this phone.
Spiritual realm and brokenness is real.
Like I give you an example.
Spiritual realm and brokenness.
I see your spirit through this phone. Like you're happy, you're vibrant, and I hear how you talk about your past relationship, but you talk about it in a good regards and you're not bitter of your past relationship and all that. And that's what I spoke about with somebody else on another episode, that what happened is you got a woman, she's get real good and she goes through experience, and on the other side, she come out like you, still a woman, a stronger woman. Then you got other people, a woman that goes through the same thing and she gets agitated and mean and disgruntled and she come out a bitch. You see what I'm saying? She come out a bitch, not a woman. She's no longer classified as a woman no more. Now she's a bitch now because she gets mean and I hate guys and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to give another chance. And then when the next guy come in the picture, she start taking out all this shit on the new guy from what the old guy did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? So
But you know what? That's why you got to heal. That's why I say you have to heal. You have to just sit with it, and realize that there's two sides to every story. There's two perspectives of every argument, and another problem in today's society is nobody wants to be held accountable. Accountability. When I'm wrong, I can admit I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot. I try. I can admit I'm wrong. I ain't perfect. And that right there will get you further. And then forgiveness, true forgiveness, maybe not for that person, but for yourself. You have to forgive. You can't let things keep you down and make you better, because then the devil wins. The spiritual realm and brokenness is very real. And I understand it. And I think that's why I'm able to help people in the sense that I do. Even here on TikTok and just shoot talking like we are right now. I do it all the time, every day. This is my typical life. And I find it amazing because if you can help somebody and build somebody, why not?
Indeed. Yeah, that spiritual world is it's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother.
Yeah, it is. You gotta be prepared for sure. And just laugh as the waves come, because they come, and your boat's gonna try and sink. It's only a matter of time, but that's life. It is what it is.
Check us out. Most of it is an illusion.
Could be.
I say I know for a fact that it's an illusion. The Most High allow things, stimulus and response. We do things around each other, stimulus and response, but the Most High is always watching, so he got his own added stimulus and response. Like, sometimes you be like, damn, why it seems like I'm kind of going through the same thing that I went through last year around this time. Life is cycles, because what happened is we're thinking in cycles. So as we think in cycles, unconsciously, we're almost doing the same things at around the same times that we did last year because we are thinking in cycles. But the key to thinking, stop doing thinking in cycle is to recognize that we think in cycles and to think linear. You know what I'm saying? And when you think linear, it means that the human mechanism has a high propensity to look back. And looking back is only activates one thing, memory. And that's the memory that's already been stored. But the human mechanism also has another propensity to do one thing. And you look around your house right now, you see create. That's called looking forward. Everything you see right now is in your house is a creation of man, and that's a product of looking forward. We create when we look forward. We kind of idle when we look back. You know, looking back is good and healthy for a time, but for only a short period of time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
yeah,
that's all it is.
Right. Hey, listen, I never heard it put like that, and I respect that. That's cool. I like the breakdown of that. I can say that, and I agree with you 100%. And you're right. Only to look back for a certain period, because you don't want to look back and stay back, and your thoughts become your reality, right? So
that part. And
you got to heal and move on. Right.
That's why you never reflect on your failures. Ever reflect on your failures. You say fuck it and keep on moving past. If that shit look like it's gonna sink,
I can say, remember I said I'm not perfect, right? Remember me telling you that. I reflect a lot on my failures. But what I do is I keep notes, right? So in a business, where I failed, what I could have changed and what I didn't change, I keep record of that. So the next business that I start, I grow wiser and wiser and wiser, right? But after 5 years, that list starts over.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It does.
See, like inside and like right now, I'm inside my art studio and / recording studio on the other side. And with that thing, I realized that changed the catalyst within myself, because when I'm doing art, I'm creating. So I'm always looking forward when I'm creating. And if I'm doing that for hours of time at a time, it programs my mind to look forward at hours at a time versus looking back. You know, when I making music and creating beats, I'm creating things out of my head. The music that I hear in my head, I have to put in the keys. I have to make the drum beats and all that stuff I'm creating. So it's programming my mind to move forward and not back. Move forward, and the more
and that's I'm a hairstylist, so I get the whole creating.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That creativity, you know?
Yeah. That's innovation. When you have innovation and you have creative, you're keeping your mind going, right? So yeah. That's important.
100%, you know? And like our social structure is set up in such a mannerism that most people just really care what other people thinks. So me, the most second profound thing that I discovered since I've been here on Earth is how not to give a fuck. Oh, it's the best thing
that's bad.
ever. Oh, no. It's the best thing you can, it's the most liberating thing you can ever do. Listen, let me explain to you, right? I grew up, right?
Oh, no.
Listen, I grew up a certain type of way, right? So, giving a fuck mattered to me, right? But for years, I had a sister. She ain't say it like this, don't give a fuck. But you know what I'm saying? That's me paraphrasing it because how I want to express it. She was telling me for years and years and years and years to not care what nobody think, never ever care what nobody think, period. And then I was like, okay, hold on. All right, bet. So I never got it. But then something years back triggered in me, and then I stopped giving a fuck. Then I said, hold on. Whoa. And I learned the experience I'm constantly experiencing me. So I said, oh, the only person's opinions about me that shall only truly matter is me. If I am happy with look, I give you an example, right? I like to turn up. I like to have fun and be wild with words and just have fun and just get amped sometimes and just turn up, right? Somebody may view me and see me, a preacher or a pastor may hear my words and me utilizing cuss words intentionally, because you see how I'm speaking right now. I'm not really using much cuss words, but when I want to, I'm going to use them. You know what I'm saying? Just to turn up. You know,
Right.
a pastor might hear me.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, a pastor might hear me and think that, oh, this guy's cussing up or whatever. And I might hear me and think, hey, I'm just expressing myself freely. And it's my right to do so.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right. And nobody should judge you. And this is, and I'm going to stop you for a second. So not caring, or as you say, not giving a flying fuck.
Mm-hmm. Most liberal thing ever.
That's no. I think I misunderstood your meaning, because like this, I don't care what people think of me. I don't give 2 cents. I am me. You take it or you leave it. Here it is, you know? But at the same time, I care. I am very compassionate and I'm very emotionally driven at the same time. You know, I'm a pro at brokenness, you know, addictions. I help people with that. I help people with failed relationships if I can. I help people that are having a bad day put a smile on their face if I can. That's just who I am. You know what? And if nobody likes it, scroll by. You know what I mean? I care about people. Every person has a heartbeat, and I try to understand another person's perspective, and I respect it, you know? And that's what's important, because if everybody was the same, then life would be dull.
Definitely.
Just saying. But
Definitely.
I don't think it's necessarily you just not giving a flying crap. I think you do care. I just think that
No. I really don't.
You don't care what people think of you while you do you.
No, I'm selfish. Listen, I learned how to master being selfish in the most divine way ever. Right? See, listen.
Well, you know what? I'm selfless.
Hey, let me explain it to you. Let me explain it to you, right? Let me explain it to you, right?
I'm selfless. So you need a partner that's selfless so you can be selfish.
No. I don't want to be selfless no more. I've done selfless already. And I try selfish. I like selfish better. Now let me explain to you.
Oh Lord.
Let me explain to you selfish.
Q5, you're something.
Let me explain to you, right? Remember, I tell you that everything that I experience is always constantly me experiencing me. If I drink this drink, it's sweet to me, but it might be sour to somebody else. So I know it's me experiencing me. Right?
Right.
So check this out.
Right.
If I help somebody, right? And I help somebody, I know that it's going to make them feel good, right? But me facing the reality of why humans, the human mechanism and the ego and everything that works within us, we're doing things to make ourselves feel good. And the things that make us feel good, we do continually. So even like sometimes people do drugs, it makes them feel good, so they do it continually. Like me, helping people makes me feel great. But I'm doing that shit for me. I ain't doing it for them. It just so happened to benefit them. I feel good. I'm just keeping it 100. Like, okay. I see
helping people makes you feel good, and you want to be selfish. Keep being selfish, because you're helping a lot of people while being selfish.
Exactly.
If that's the way you want to see it in your world, go for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, I'm being selfish as fuck these days. Like right now, goddamn, I see somebody out here and they just doing bad, and I see somebody with a sad or something. They ain't asking me for money. They ain't no begging. I just gonna slide up on them real quick and tell them something real quick and make them smile with a laughter or a joke or something, and then slide them a couple of dollars and give them a big old hug and walk on about my way. But I ain't did that shit to help him. I did that shit to help me. Straight up. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, that's a cool way to put it. Again, I would have never seen that perspective, so thank you for that insight. But for me and mine, you're right. You help people. Why? Because it makes you feel good.
Yeah, and that's the reality of why all of us do it. It makes us feel good. No matter, we may externalize it and say, oh, I'm helping it to make them feel. No, it made me feel good too. It made me feel damn good. And that's why I did it in the first place. If it didn't make me feel good, we wouldn't do it.
Right.
Like right now,
That's true.
let's say right now your rent due, right? And you got $1,200 for your rent, and you go help somebody, right? You helping somebody, right? But you just gave them your last $1,200 for your fucking rent, and that bitch due. Matter of fact, that 5 days done, that 4 days done up, and you on the 5th day. You know what I'm talking about? On the late fee. So
Yeah.
that done, and you go get that $1,200 to somebody. Is giving that somebody gonna make you feel good? Hell no. So you ain't gonna do it. You see what I'm talking about?
I used to do it, put myself in a bind. I learned boundaries really quick.
I'm trying to
getting
tell you
tired
that.
of
Trying to be a good spirit. Shit.
Right.
So now I make sure it benefits me. If it just so happen to benefit them, cool. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I can dig it. But
Right.
I'm gonna always make sure it benefit me. But I just love helping other people, so it makes me feel good. So that's how I be. I'm selfish as fuck towards that.
Yeah, I mean, that's good though. That's good that you see it, you know? Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's amazing.
Yeah. That's how you master the art of being selfish. You know what I'm talking about?
For sure.
Because look, the world taught me opposite. The world taught me to be selfless, right? I tried it. I lived that life before. Now I try the opposite way, and focusing on me is a way better focus. Watching my behavior
Well, and I
patterns.
think I feel like if you do it that way, like you're doing it, you won't be let down as much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just watching my own behavior patterns is more self-gratifying than watching other people's and trying to critique other people's behavior patterns. Because that's what happened in relationship. People monitoring other people's behavior patterns. Oh, you don't do this no more. Oh, you used to do that. Oh, always critiquing this. Oh, don't know. Oh, you shouldn't talk like that. Oh, you shouldn't say that. Blah blah. It's always critiquing other people's behavior patterns, right? But very seldom do they look internalized and look and critique their own behavior pattern. So I get a kick out of critiquing my own behavior. Like, I give you an example, right? This may sound crazy. I may be sitting there by myself, completely quiet. And we have a mind that thinks things of its own. Sometimes my mind may say something completely stupid and idiotic. And you know what I may do? Right out the blue, you may be sitting right next to me quiet too. And I be like, shut the fuck up. Nah, you ain't about to talk down to me. Nah, I'm gonna achieve this. And I just start talking to myself out the blue. Cause my mind says something to me stupid. So I buck on my mind.
That's good though.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. I go in on myself. I gotta check it every now and then.
Hey, and there ain't nothing wrong with that either.
Cause the reason why I go so critical on my own self, cause like I be having like goals and dreams and aspirations, and then my mind want to come back and try to tell me, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Nigga, who you think you is to tell me I can't accomplish this? You know what I'm talking about? So I have to buck on my mind. If you want to try to come against me, okay, he can get it too.
Listen, the only person in this world that can hinder your success is you.
You did.
For sure.
Did. 100%.
All right, Q. Well, you know what? I gave you a follow. It was good chatting it up with you.
Likewise. This has been a great awesome session. Hey,
kiddo.
Yo, this has been a good session of Talk Big Podcast conversation with us. And this here has some gritty, interesting topics, and she had great conversation. And I hope y'all take the knowledge and the wisdom that she's left. You know what I'm saying? On this broadcast, I'm gonna leave a link on her bio so y'all can follow her on TikTok and the platforms that she's on. In the meantime, between time, y'all holding out like a tree root. Stay positive and stay vibing. You dig? Have a great one, lady.
You too. Thanks.
Hey, I appreciate the conversation. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. For real. We'll do it again. It was
yes,
good.
Ma'am. Indeed. Holla at your boy.
I will, for sure. Take it easy. All right, guys. I gotta get out of here. I'm out.